The Lion King's Hakuna Matata is without doubt one of the most iconic Disney songs of all time. But did you know that it wasn't originally supposed to be in the film? During production, a song titled Warthog Rhapsody was planned for the scene. Nope, not that one. This was storyboarded in detail and performed by Nathan Lane and Ernie Sabella.
Your guide must be this Rhapsody.
As we know, this didn't work out, but the song's melody did find its way into the third Lion King movie. Before we start this video, I'd like to thank our sponsor Movie Palette for sending me The Lion King. You're probably thinking, what do you mean The Lion King? And I mean, it literally is every frame of the movie squeezed into a piece of art on a canvas. Because that's what Movie Palette is, and it's pretty cool. They asked me what film I would like, and I had the choices of The Muppets and Wallace and Gromit, but I had to go with my original favourite movie, The Lion King. The reason being is that, it's such a visually beautiful movie, and just looking at this here, I can visualise each part. So you can see as the movie starts, you start with the orange at the very beginning, you get to about here, and you can tell that it's where Simba's in the jungle with Timon and Pumbaa. It would look really cool up on the wall or something. So if you want to get your own favourite film as a movie palette, you can do so for a discounted price with the code on screen. Now, I might stick this over here for the time being. So there we go. And now, back to the video. Warthog Rhapsody was composed by Elton John and written by Tim Rice, both of whom worked on all of the Lion King songs. Despite not making it into the final film in favour of Hakuna Matata, Warthog Rhapsody was officially released as part of the Rhythm of the Pride Land CD, a year after the film in 1995. Then in 2003, the Lion King Platinum Edition for VHS and DVD released, including never-before-seen storyboards of deleted scenes, including Warthog Rhapsody, synced up with the already released audio.
I plan the day ahead. He's got it all worked out. An inspiration strike. He's got it all worked out. I go right back to bed. He's got it all worked out.
This is an incredibly catchy tune, and I adore some of the lyrics, though some of them may have been too intricate for a younger audience to grasp.
Don't dismiss the Warthog astronomy. Take it from me. Take it from me.
This could very well have contributed to it being ultimately cut from the film. But what other instigating factors are there? Well, there's barely any information online, but one possible lead I found was a comment on a YouTube upload of the scene from user Stephen Hartley, which reads, "Mark Kousler, who did the storyboards for this sequence, told me that the day before it was pitched to management, Disney's chairman, Jeffrey Katzenberg, was in a car accident. He showed up to work the next day covered in bandages with a cervical collar around his neck. Naturally, he was in a bad mood after his experience, and the sequence went no further." This isn't confirmed, but it's all we've got at the moment and seems a pretty plausible explanation. This resulted in the creation of Hakuna Matata, a similarly upbeat tune that served the same narrative purpose, but focused on Pumbaa's past as opposed to his current lifestyle. The song's first incarnation featured Timon singing his own verse.
Why, when I was a young meerkat.
But this was cut when it was decided that the song needed to be shorter. Though you may have noticed that this unused verse would go on to feature in and basically instigate the entire plot of The Lion King 3.
When I was a young meerkat.
Speaking of the third film, I've previously discussed how it took plenty of inspiration from the Timon and Pumbaa TV series, but this is also true for these deleted scenes from the original Lion King, which makes perfect sense when you consider the behind-the-scenes nature of The Lion King 3. For example, the visuals for Warthog Rhapsody featuring Timon sat on Pumbaa's belly plummeting off a waterfall seems to have directly inspired this scene in the third film.
That's it?
It's possible that the song was considered to be revived for the movie at some point, but what we got was the song's main melody, composed by Elton John, being reworked by the man himself into Timon's song, That's All I Need.
And I'll be snoozing in my hammock by a rippling stream, many miles from any tunnel and the digging team. Looking after number one will be my only creed. That's all I need. That's all I need.
The chorus, That's All I Need, replaces that of Warthog Rhapsody, being He's Got It All Worked Out.
But though he may not be one of nature's dynamos, his mind is on the ball and far from comatose. Don't dismiss the Warthog philosophy. Take it from me, he's got it all worked out.
With the song's focus being flipped from Pumbaa to Timon, and if there was any doubt regarding the tune's origins, it had the working title of Meerkat Rhapsody, though the lyrics found in the final product bear little resemblance to that of Warthog Rhapsody, despite the main melody being the same. The final verse of both songs goes into a slow swing finale.
Oh, remember when you see us staring into space. I ain't asking for a lot, but what is mine is mine.
Following this, Timon's dialogue
This looks like the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
would also go on to influence the third film.
This could be the start of a beautiful acquaintanceship.
I think you can picture almost exactly what the scene would be like if it was fully animated, as each storyboard is teeming with personality and the voice acting is, of course, perfect. In fact, a single piece of promotional artwork from the first film depicts a scene that closely resembles what we see in the storyboards for Warthog Rhapsody, with the exception of Zazu being here. Additionally, a very small segment was animated by a YouTube user, AA, giving us an idea of what could have been.
Now if you want a role model of a life most blissfully led.
This reminded me of another deleted scene, being The Madness of King Scar, which another user spent 2 years painstakingly animating to match the original art style of the film. Just knowing that this is possible is tantalising, as it'd be a dream come true to see a similar treatment for Warthog Rhapsody one day. In behind the scenes features for The Lion King 3, That's All I Need is simply referred to as a new song by Tim Rice and Elton John, perhaps unsurprisingly not acknowledging the song's history as the original Hakuna Matata. Even though the deleted song has been available to the public for years, it's never been publicly acknowledged That's All I Need is indeed an adaptation of Warthog Rhapsody. So hopefully that clears everything up. But had you heard of Warthog Rhapsody before, and if so, did you notice the similarity between it and That's All I Need? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching.